We're live.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, you didn't have to say that, but anyway, you want to say it, let people know we live. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Mel.
How you doing?
Hey, it's
How
Hi,
only the tree
how's
Mel.
chat.
everything going?
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, I got a tight program on my neck. Like
Oh, you do.
somebody got, somebody got by my neck. Like old people say, somebody got me by the balls. They say, and then what do you mean by that? I tell you what I mean by that. If I don't say hello to 100, I have an aunt who's 100 years old, live in
Today?
Pinewood. No. But I just let
Okay.
you know. So I want to say hello to her and tell her great, her grand, what they call it, grandson or whatever it is, or
Grand
whatever. Her
Uh,
nephew is good shape, and I hope she in good shape. And then I got Miss Moyla from Turks Island, my singing sweetie. She will always want me to sing that song, but I deal with that later in the show. And then I have these darn people who don't understand the proper English. You call it the Queen's English.
yeah.
Kyle, you call it the Queen's English. So we line up for a good show, and our show is today. What?
The
What?
heat is
What is
on.
our show? The heat
The
is
heat is on.
on. All
That's
right,
the topic for today.
the heat is on.
Mm.
Well, what kind of heat, man? Kyle, the heat.
All
He's
types,
in Long Island.
all types of heat. All types of heat.
All type
Well,
of heat. The
we got.
fellas say, "Go on."
I say we got a four-way race here, Long Island. Four-way race.
Very recent Long Island. And then we
Yeah.
can talk that's politics. We can talk politics. And then we can talk what a woman in United States want me to share on a little bit later. Yeah, but the heat, why a woman can do what she want to do and a man can do what they want to do. If you single, you could do what you want to do, right?
I mean, yeah, every single, yeah.
All right, well
Uh,
the heat is on there too. So that's some seriously. Melanie, you back?
Yay. I never went anywhere. I just give you an Kyle panoramic view.
You don't hear the story yet. The norm, here we go. The norm of the day is not the norm from yesterday. Now,
Well, things are always
this
changing, so
this my people in the States, what I tell you they want me to talk about, then I can talk politics.
okay.
But the new norm is that in church, people in church now can't sit under the pastor because why should I sit under a pastor who doing the right thing and saying the right words? So the new norm is that if your pastor ain't sweethearting, then you can't sit under him.
Why?
Because the new norm is two women is accepted and two man is accepted in the church and sissy accepted in the church. That's the new norm. So that's the new norm with the young people. The young people ain't got no problem with that. Only the old
Now,
people
tell
got
me,
problem.
tell me what stop the sissy and person with multiple partner from going to the church? What is there to prevent them from going?
Well, they got to live right.
I thought the church is the hospital for sinners, and that's who should be in the church. That's where they go for
Yeah,
healing.
that's but that's not the norm. One time ago, only clean people wear white with a, women couldn't wear go to church without something on their head. That was the norm. Now, like God, men them could wear plaits, and that's the norm. They could go anywhere with plait on their head. One time ago, you couldn't, you couldn't play basketball internationally with your hair plait. You couldn't be a
Where
police
did
with your
that
hair plait.
rule come from? Where did that rule come from?
Well, the colonial rule was always in place for a policeman. He
Yeah.
couldn't wear a bed on the force. Yeah. Now the new
So
norm.
So all the people
Is
done
it,
is shaking off the shackles. They shackles.
or you think people just nasty now?
What you think, Kyle?
Not
Well, I mean, I think that as long as you have your hair groomed, there
go
shouldn't be an
language.
issue.
Go again. Come in.
As long
Yeah,
as the
Carl,
hair
go
is
ahead.
groomed,
yeah. Like if your hair is groomed, and uh, it depends on how you on what you're doing. Um,
Mhm.
by a statesman or something,
I turn the air conditioner.
probably should have your hair
Mhm.
groomed, you know. And if you, but that came from colonialism, where they didn't want you to grow your hair out.
the thing
But
is, the thing is, people have the freedom to set their standards. If an organization has policies that guide and govern code of conduct, dress code, and you want to be a part of that organization, then you comply. But as an individual, you're free to be and look however you want. How people perceive you, that's on them. How you perceive yourself is most important.
yeah,
But, but for today's world now, like you couldn't go to church or preach in church unless you had coat suit. The new norm, you go to church and anything and preach in anything now, because we just discovered is what I say is not what I wear, and we just discovered is what I do, and so it's kind of it's reverse because Kyle,
um so the thing about the church is that the church should be about not how you look, but everybody should come in with a clean heart, right? I think that's the whole gist of church. So uh, the old way of dressing up to go to church, I think it's a good thing that it's kind of faded in a cultural sense, because you only go to church is to worship the Lord and hear the word and then praise and worship. That's it. I
I could
mean,
ask I could ask a question.
mhm.
How far
right?
does the wise man Solomon's declaration go as it relates to the evolution of the human race? There's a time and a season for everything under the sun.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
Well, in but in a way, the evolution now topsy turvy, right?
No, that's because you stuck
Turn
in
upside
the
down.
old way. That's because you stuck, you're not
No, no, no.
allowing life
So
to
I'm asking
unfold.
the question. Yeah. So let me ask this question. So what you're saying to me is that the old way that we learned everything, the old way we did everything, you're saying that wasn't right?
No, it worked and it still works, but there are alternate ways. Again, coming back on another cliche, more than one way to skin a cat. Everyone don't get happiness in the same way. Would make you happy, make me sad. Would make you sad, make somebody else depressed.
Mhm. Right.
So
So
you got to know what works for you as an individual. And I always say my rule of thumb is this: as long as what I am doing is not detrimentally affecting another individual. Now you have some people who could take your life to heart, right? And want to kill themselves. But that on them. because it means that they are giving their power over to me, or I'm giving my power over to them. We don't
Mm.
have to answer to no one. As it stands, the law say up until the age of 18, the child is answerable to the parents. But truthfully, that child from it enters the world, who answers to the call? The parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as the child get older and they think, oh, the child is old enough to understand, they start spanking them into submission, into cooperation. But that in itself tells you that we came into this world as independent
Always, I need
individuals
to
who are
have my
aware of their own needs.
husband, my wife to have a happy family and to be married with children, live respectful. Go ahead, Mel.
I think I
Go ahead,
think
Mel.
I think we our delay in communication has caused us to bend because
Okay.
we were missing for a while and I was talking my head off.
Oh,
So
sorry. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know who the audience would have heard, whether they would have heard me or you. But
So you need to
this
say what you say again then.
notion, this notion of everyone acting, thinking, behaving, s- believing the same thing is
Mhm.
all a part of mental imprisonment.
So
You
you trying
control
to
it. Uh-huh.
so what you try and get somebody in trouble. Like Carl, like watch this Carl and get somebody in trouble. So what you trying to say, I have a sister-in-law, right? A time
Mm-hmm.
ago, who still ain't married, was married, husband died, but she's staying to herself.
Mm-hmm.
So so you saying that that is
Her choice.
it's her choice, but you don't
And
think,
entitled to it.
yeah, but you don't think that type of thinking is relevant today? No?
What do you mean? It's
What I
relevant
mean, why
for her
so yeah, but why so many women at a certain age feel that they should stay single after their husband died?
because that's their
Because
preference.
because that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me.
It makes sense. So
It
I
makes
was getting
yeah.
about piggyback of what Melanie said, but it makes sense.
It makes sense because
I
if
don't
that
think
For some people, it does.
you
It
ain't
so.
gonna
Carl,
never
you
has
think it makes sense?
you ain't gonna never find somebody like the person that you was married for too. And you and
That's funny.
yeah,
trying
nah,
You
either.
might
but
find
uh,
somebody better. You might find somebody better.
Someone better or someone
it,
worse.
I mean in terms of being in love with with your husband. I ain't talking about the people who
She can
who
find
hated
new
their
love
marriage. I
Yeah,
talking
but
about like
even though you might
they,
you don't know if you don't see this is why I say the norm. Well, they will
no,
get
you
back
don't
married
know
again. Back in the day, they'll get married again, and they'll bring their new wife in church, or the husband will bring the new wife in church,
Guess what,
and he
Tony?
move on.
There,
Now,
yeah, I mean
the woman is staying
ain't
there,
nothing,
single.
there
ain't
are
nothing
people
wrong
who
with
are doing that. It's just there are some people who choose not to. It's a matter of choice.
But I'm asking you, majority of women today are not getting married. They staying to themselves, and I don't understand.
Because
That's the new norm.
there's no rule that say that they have to.
No, there's no rule they have to. But the old back in the day, they would get married again, and they will move on. So the new norm today that
So
they even get married.
you think the only way a person could move on is to get married again?
No, I feels that if you are a staunch Christian or you in the church, I feel that what you should just get married again and move on. What do you mean
Why?
why? Because you're
Why?
serving God and you don't want to sin.
You serve it, but they who said they sinning?
No,
They
but
they
hold
they
on.
stay into themselves according to Christian principles.
But majority of them will say one thing with their mouth and do whatever they had.
Well, guess what? They have to answer to God on that lying situation.
It's a lion situation, Kyle. You see this now? It's a switch. It was a lion.
They
But
will have to answer to God. But
That
at
but
the
is
end of the day, it's still their choice.
the new norm is that I can do bad by myself.
Bad all by myself.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that is not, that's the new norm. That's what I'm talking. We talking the conversation is the new norm. But and the new norm also is a young woman marrying an older man. That's the new norm.
Can I throw a spanner
That
in this discussion?
Go
I didn't
ahead.
really.
You know a lot of women are literally dating other women, right?
Huh?
When uh,
Hold on, slow
when
down. Slow down. Let me hear this again. Say it
they
again.
may not get married because they may be with another woman. That's only a possibility. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, why do people get married? You think it's to
I,
avoid hell? You think it's to escape hell? Because when they marry, they're getting into hell.
hold on now. Hold on.
Uh,
Marriage is honorable.
And the
So
bed is undefiled. But guess
right.
what?
Hmm.
Like, there are so many
Uh-huh.
possibilities to getting married again as it is to staying single.
Hmm.
yep.
There is a broad spectrum. And
It's
when the man dies, she rather wear her widow ring than wear another suffering.
Yeah.
well, listen to me, yeah. Y'all
You
stop. Yeah.
want
Listen here. To be
to that?
quite honest with you, if you was to do a survey in the Bahamas, you will
Hmm.
discover marriage only benefit men.
So you trying to say that's the new norm? Back then, it's to benefit woman.
Marriage only benefit men
So why you think it's only benefiting men?
because y'all get your mother who y'all could sleep with.
We get our mother, but guess
Who
what?
y'all could sleep
You
with. Y'all can't
but
sleep
you
with your natural mother, but you can sleep with the wife who can do all the motherly duties that your mother did for you.
but look what you get. Look what you
What?
get. You get my hard on money. You get my hard on money I wait for. I can take
Providing,
care of you. Hold on.
providing,
I can take care of
providing,
you. Hmm.
providing.
Then I gotta see, but watch now. I gotta wake hard and make love to you. I gotta wake hard because you can lay there. So you getting the benefit. So you talking foolishness. So
Kyle, what you say? Kyle, please help with that.
how you
I,
running? Don't
yeah.
run. Don't run.
I'm married, so I don't know. I'm
But
not married.
from your observation,
What's
from
your
your
observation, your
observation,
opinion?
My observation is that uh, I don't know who it benefits. I know that if I was to get married, it would
Mm.
be it would be she do her part, I do my part.
mutual,
So
It'd be
so so
mutual. But in the
so
Bahamas, you see now
yeah.
we are not talking about the new norm. The new norm
no,
is that both parties benefit.
that's not true. The new norm in the Bahamas is this. Let me give you the new norm. Majority of men in the Bahamas don't have a pants to scratch on.
Okay, so therefore, who
So most
benefit?
men,
He married so he could get that pants to scratch.
yeah, because most men in the Bahamas, untruth, when they get married, most times the woman already have the house.
So who? So
Yeah,
the mom benefit then?
the man benefit on that end, yes, because majority of
And he
men,
get his name to be carried on. Because
because
he trying to see then the woman bear the child, raise the child, educate the child, nurse
because
the
majority
child.
of men are running. Majority of men now are running around town looking for happiness.
Like in man.
Yeah, looking for happiness, and they don't. Men don't put a foot in the ground. Woman
Wow.
is make men put a foot in the ground. Majority of men don't have the common sense to understand that they need a roof at the end of the day
Yep. Yeah,
to
I
live in,
agree.
or a roof to take this woman in. So what men do, and majority of them who married, who have a little roof,
Yeah.
they divorce or they run. And they say,
Now
but
you
I
get
ain't into this one.
why.
I ain't all of this because we can't take no stress.
Now
And,
you get why. Now you get why the widow woman and the
Mhm.
divorced woman ain't going down that road again. You just
Okay.
provided the
Yeah,
answer.
but she peeping all the time though.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with her getting a little happiness every now and again if that's what she need.
But she
And then
needs me.
guess what? She go and she repent of her sin. Women ain't, remember now, sex is a need for men. For women, it is just a bonus.
What the hell is this I hearing? Ah, listen to foolishness. Listen, the norm and the cook. You see the ghost in the room now. Here, what's the ghost in the room? What's the thing in the room come out?
Oh man.
Woman lies about that. They want sex more than man, but they
I think.
fool the man to let him believe that, oh,
Yeah.
and he come on and she say, well, she say, no, I really don't like you. But
Uh,
the minute he don't check no more, one day she called, she say, what happened? You mad? Eh? Yeah, I'm mad because you know what I want. So it's a game, and women got the game well. Men don't play the game. Men are very ignorant. I agree with you. Most men are very ignorant, especially in the Bahamas, because in United States, when men take women out, men tell the woman straight up in the States, uh, we can split this bill. I got half, you got half. And that's the way it should be. Until I marry you or till I take you as my wife. That's a different ball game. But in the Bahamas, the woman tell you, no, no, you can't take me to Burger King. Oh no, I ain't getting no Burger King. But they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing. But they want you to spend your money on them. That's the only way they they say, well, I love you because you spending money on me, and that's only a way to figure out if how deep your pocket is. But Bahamian men so stupid they won't be the boss.
So you're telling me then that the Bahamian women have the upper hand. Tell that
No,
even when it come, huh?
Bahamian women think they're smart, but they always get shit because at the end of the day, listen, good now, listen what I can tell you. The men always give them the children to take care of. Leave them with the bill. Leave them with the headache. Leave them with the sickness. Leave them when I decide to walk out the house. I leave you with the mortgage.
So
So
there we have it.
yeah,
Another, adding
mhm,
more and more as to why women have the new norm of staying to themselves. I could
yeah.
do bad all by myself.
But if
I
I
could do, I didn't make my contribution to society. I didn't have three children. I didn't raise them. I didn't educate them. They are contributing to society. I don't need to start over with taking
but
care of man all over again.
yeah, but they don't stay to themselves.
No, they
They like
have
the young fella. They
they
sneak with the young fella. They don't sit there. They
it
sneak.
don't matter. It don't matter whether they sneak or whether they walk out boldly. They are living their best life.
Put the children to sleep.
Children
Put
out
their
now,
cousin
only
out the house.
grandchildren if they come to visit.
Put their mommy and daddy into the old folks' home. They know what to do. And they,
Why the sons ain't taking their parents and why the daughters have to be the
well, I
one
just tell you what the men do. The men throw the tricks on the woman. The
oh
men let the woman take the
man
bill.
put the parents
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the home.
yeah.
Oh,
Why is I run the town and look for a new front?
a new frontier.
Yeah, why not? I happy. That's what makes me happy. Most men
That's
get
what
from happy.
men do. They look
Yeah.
for their own
Mhm,
happiness. The
mhm.
wife suffer, the children suffer, everything suffer, but the man, he happy, but he's still dropping down dead before the woman.
So the new norm, and then we go to
uh,
politics. The new norm, Carl, you got something to say? The new norm
no,
here.
no, no, no.
And I asked the question for you all to answer. The new norm in this 2026,
Mm-hmm.
Bahamians is not getting married.
Bahamians
Yeah,
are. They are.
Bahamians get married.
So the new norm, they getting
And
married.
they still ain't filtering and doing the interview process as thoroughly as they should. But they are
No,
still getting
but
married.
Bahamian, see, you miss it. Bahamians women now are getting married for the show. It has nothing to do
With love?
with marriage and for God and this that. They're getting married for the show. They want people to know
Right?
wear this
I
nice
think so.
dress. They could go down there, and majority of them divorcing or breaking up in a year or two. So that's not marriage. That's getting together. That's for the having all their
But
friends coming to the big ball.
the
Well, as
That's
men and
long
the
as it's a legal
yeah.
document, that's marriage.
Well, well,
marriage.
well, it's marriage to the public, but deep down in God's eye, that's not marriage. They getting together, hooking up.
Tony, that in itself, when we need to take on what is marriage,
Yeah,
because there are two
yeah.
arms. There are two arms.
Well,
There's the
I just was gonna say
spiritual
that.
arm and there's the legal arm.
Kyle,
This
go
I
ahead.
just no. What Mel say. I just was gonna say. Uh, Marriage in the eyes of God and marriage in the eyes of the law is two different things. So you could say, see, that's the thing. You could get married on the beach instead of the church.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now, if you go to the
Hmm.
church, you could say that you got married in the eyes of God. A lot of people don't have to go to the church to get married. You could
And
go
they
to the
still
J.
married in the eyes of
And
God,
they,
because God eye is everywhere.
yeah. So I mean, a marriage that's godly has the traits of God in it, and a marriage that's not godly doesn't have the traits of God in it. If that
Now
makes
hold
sense.
on. Well, no, hold on. I hold on. Let me. I ask you so you could explain this to me. So what you're saying to me? I am the pastor. I
Yeah.
marry this couple in church. I'm the same
Right.
pastor. I go marry somebody on the beach. I praying for the same person. So
Right.
you trying to say it ain't of God because it's on the beach?
No.
No, no, no. What I saying is, it doesn't matter where you get married. Um, there are different. There's two marriages. When you talk about a marriage that has God in it, that's the one would most likely would last because the two people are looking to God for help in the marriage. When you have a marriage that doesn't have God in it, then that one usually doesn't last because they don't
Mhm.
rely on God uh, to do so. Now, uh, I also wanted to say something else, but I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to
Say it
explain
and
it
I'll explain
properly,
it for
but
you.
anyway.
Say it
Say it
and
and
we
I'll
will
explain it.
interpret it.
Yeah, be interpret for you. Just
Uh,
say it.
so so uh, when you talk about marriage, you could talk about marriage in a light of a legal sense, or you could talk about marriage in a godly
Spiritual.
sense,
Spiritual.
spiritual.
It's
Right.
spiritual.
Right.
Because then a
Right.
lot of these things are grounded in religion and religious
Yeah.
teachings and religious beliefs.
Right.
But I could be married to you legally, but I have no connection to you at
No
all.
connect. Yeah. Yeah. No. No. No.
I
No
just do it
spiritual
for the
connection.
legal and for the
Right.
benefit of what you
Right.
could do for me. But
Hmm.
I'm married to you because I don't care nothing about you.
I looking for
Only
Yeah.
somebody
on
to
the
marry.
surface.
I'm looking for somebody to marry
Yeah.
$50,000, $100,000. I good. I got money. You talking?
You have money, and you could have a joint account, and if you let's just say that person's a millionaire. Now
You could
you
pay
have
me. I was
accumulated
ready.
yourself in their life. So it's a business arrangement. It's like a business arrangement.
Yeah.
Uh, you so that marriage don't have to have God in it. They don't have to have God in it. It's just a legal. We're just getting married
Mhm.
to put our assets together or whatever the case is, business and stuff like that. And usually,
Could be.
sometimes that marriage is more likely to fall apart. Whereas if you have two people who connected to each other through thick and thin, just going through the vows, like the vows is basically how they live till death
But
do us part in sickness and health and all that. That's what you would consider a godly marriage, in
but
my
but
opinion.
but there's a lot of people married today and living separate lives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing. They
yeah,
they're
So that's a
married like
legal arrangement.
yeah.
that's a legal arrangement. It's like a legal arrangement. Yeah.
Because
Like,
there's some people in the proverbial world where they're gays and homosexual, they'll marry a man or marry a woman, but they're not interested in that. That's just marriage, a
yeah,
convenience to get
right.
things done.
And then you
Yeah,
got
to get where they want to get.
and you have
Cover
marriages
You
up,
know?
where
cover up the real ammo.
Yeah.
yeah
And a
they
lot of
want to
So
people
bring
do.
a person inside the marriage. They want to
Mhm.
swing. They want to do that.
Yeah.
That's
And a lot of people marriage and like I say, they disapart, they come apart. And most times that happens quicker than later because a lot of people don't have that ability to stick, an ability to compromise, an ability to
no
understands
right,
everybody's different.
right,
Because
right.
because when I got married, I wanted married last forever, and that was my mindset. So it didn't matter what go on, I was gonna stick it out.
Hmm.
But circumstances along the way stepped in, and I realized if I don't deal with this now, I'm going to die in my marriage. A lot of people are dying in their marriage, and the reason they don't- they they die in their marriage is because they always have other people more important than them. They're always thinking for the other person.
or
Mhm.
or they are stuck in their belief that
Yeah,
you ain't supposed to get divorced.
because
You ain't
God put you
supposed to
together.
walk away from your marriage
Yeah,
Right.
because God. But so many misconceptions, so
yeah.
many warped up
Yeah.
beliefs.
I was married for four.
At the end
You
of the
know,
day, that's why I say it's up to the individual to get clarity as to what brings peace for them.
but you can imagine being proud. You
Huh?
can imagine. You can imagine being a proud married. Listen to this. Listen what I can say. You can imagine being a proud married man. Watch this. I've been married for 40 years. I've been married for 38 years. Watch this. But I got three children from three different women in my marriage. But he happy, and he happy talking about how long he been married. Oh, I've been
But
married, and
guess
the woman
what?
go along
Guess
with,
what?
child, I've been married for 40 years. But your
Guess
husband
what?
been over three times with three different women, and you still announcing you've been married for 40 years. Now,
The world think or
for
separate you
me,
are,
I
no
will
matter
not
how
even mention that. If I,
No.
if my wife had one child out of wedlock, I will not even mention her as marriage. I will say, child, me, oh, okay. How long you been married? I don't know because because that's not a marriage. But Bahamian woman, proud to say, oh, I've been married 38 years, and then your husband had a
but
child
guess
outside for
what?
8 years.
They could say they are married, and rightly so they are, because as long as they have not terminated the marriage by divorce, they are still married. Even legally separated
You
people are still married.
something got to be wrong mentally with your head.
Legally married but separated, but spiritually separated.
Something wrong with your
And
head.
guess what? There are people, and this is where a lot of people don't understand that. There are people who are more connected spiritually than those who are connected legally.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
You could be
we
married to
live,
somebody and be spiritually connected to another person outside your marriage.
okay?
It happens a lot.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, well, Mel know about that.
How I know about that?
Uh,
listen, listen. So, so the the new norm is that you go when you get in a little out of shape, something go wrong. You go to the Santo Domingo and you put some stuff on your hip
Now,
and
listen, how you get there?
fix your leg and make yourself look bronxious and sexy, and then you have a new life. That's what the new norm is now for the woman. Put your breast high, put it so your breast stand up now.
You
So
know,
that's
you
the
know,
new norm.
you know.
And so what we have to do in the world today is that we have to look. We can't find no me and Kyle can't find no natural gal, and we can't find no simple gal who just want to be married, to be happy, and come home to their
No,
husband.
they want the whole hog.
Yeah, they want everything, and so
Then the butcher running scared. Give
and
me the
so
whole hog, all or
th-
nothing.
this is why I'm not married today because I'm looking for old head, old style.
Uh,
Tell us,
how
let
would
the
you look
ladies
for?
know. Let the ladies know what the old style comprise of. Because, boy, I think a lot of people may think that they in the old head style and wondering why
You
you
really
still
want me
passing
say?
them by.
Eh,
Yeah,
Let's start. Let's start. But they ain't got to put them long things on their finger. That's one of the things.
okay.
I don't want a woman with a bunch of extension on their head. That's another thing. I don't want a woman pile up in makeup because
Oh,
when I
you
kiss her,
sound just like the
all
60s,
my
man. You
clothes
sound
all
like your
mess up.
daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I want a woman with no bunch of lipstick on the lips. When I kiss her, I get carried everywhere I go. You know what I mean? I ain't doing that. I want
you.
no woman who wear no baggy clothes. I don't want a woman with no false bungie. And I want a woman. Every time you see her, she dress up like she ready to go to the concert. That's not me. I want a simple, decent, good looking woman. And that's it. So, Auntie
So
Camille,
brain don't matter.
yeah.
Just as long as she's simple,
No,
no flaws, nothing false.
when she come like that, she come with a brain because she thinking right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she ain't taking out the box. She taking in the box. She realized that she is a nice, settled
She
old
check all of
woman.
your boxes.
Yeah, that once Mina get together, she ain't gonna look on the outside for nothing. When that doggy drop, she's still gonna be with me. That's what I'm talking about. She can say, Papa, you know what to
Hey,
do?
ladies,
Come,
y'all
let me
here,
take you
Tony. So
to
where
get
they
them
submit
pills.
the
So,
application now?
huh?
Where do they go to submit their application?
The where it goes, let me tell you where it goes with the application. One time ago, you say phone call. The old
Mm.
people, the new, hey, Carl, this is a new norm we talking about. The new norm is show up and show out. Just, hey, listen. So,
To
we
show up.
uncovered the new norm. We now talking, we need to go into our politics phase. And what Carl say? It heating up. Carl, as he say, it heating up.
Summary as we wrap up because
So,
our
as we
time.
Yeah,
wrap up, Carl, you take it.
we
You
wrap-
got Long Island, Carl.
we wrapping up. It's only 30 minutes. Oh, okay, we wrapping
Okay,
up.
all
Okay.
right.
No, no,
All
no.
right.
We wrapping that topic. We talking politics now, and we talking Long Island.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Mhm.
so Long
So,
Island, Long
mhm.
Island.
Long Island,
Um,
sweetie.
four-way race. I just learned that there was an independent candidate on nomination day. We ain't have her the whole time, but she show up. She showed up at the passport office. So I
Yeah.
guess now it's a four-way race, and so
Mhm.
uh, well, we all know that we they had a little motorcade. We had two motorcades. Um, and it's gonna. I think it's gonna
Motorcade
be.
in Long Island.
Yeah, we had two more. We had two motorcades. One for PLP, one for FNM. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, it's gonna be a close race, but as always, I think the FNM will win.
Okay.
It's gonna be a close race, though, closer than previous years, I think. Because the PLP has gained support here. They have gained support. I've seen more and more PLP support, so that's interesting. But I don't think it's enough to overtake Rollins. I think Rollins will get it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think that overall, it's going to be very, very difficult for the FNM to win. Well, I mean, I know we made our predictions last time,
Mm-hmm.
but everywhere I'm seeing, even Exuma is close to us.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is everything is PLP. Everything. I have not seen the support for the FNM that I would have thought I would have saw.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it's I don't know if it's shocking, but everywhere it looks like the PLP has gained more support over these years than lost. It's
Yeah.
way
See,
it's
but
very interesting.
go on, go on.
No, no, that's basically what I
Yeah.
wanted to say. Yeah.
Well, let's talk to you now can talk. Let's talk to old style politics. That's me, old style man who
Right.
see politics back in the day and been
Uh,
around politics long. And I
yeah.
can take it from that, and then you could chime in with your modern politics.
Okay.
Okay. Well, when you see like a groundswell
Right.
and you see PLPs and they been ground swelling, like they popping up everywhere. Don't not necessary that they got majority of votes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something about old politics. When you see a party in power,
Mm-hmm.
people intends of the other party, the other red party, FNM, they don't show their skin because they have a job. They don't want to be victimized. Back in the day, this is how. So they sit small in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so you see all the PLPA rising now. So from the old style politics, I think they are hiding and just sitting small.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes, there might be some truth to um, the PLP showing up everywhere, but people do take off their shirts at that day
Mm-hmm.
and otherwise. I am concerned about the FNM because the leadership point, like if you watch, there's a lot of people talk politics and just talk of their mouth and talk and this talk. But
Mm-hmm.
numbers and what you do and how you say it, and you watch signs,
Mm-hmm.
tell you a lot. I can ask you a question and I want to hear your answer. What do Rick
Mm-hmm.
Fox bring to the FNM? What do you think he brings to the FNM?
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay. His style in itself is not good for politics.
No.
What
Well, I
he
mean, that's my
say,
opinion.
yeah. What he say. So he doesn't resonate with the ground people.
No.
When you speak about fight and fight and fight, people look at you like something. What you fighting? Like it's
I was trying
violence.
to figure. This is what I'm. That's
Yeah.
that's my whole thing with.
So
Because I was like,
so
I don't know
go
what he's
on.
talking about.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't. And when he started talking about bullying, I was like, I
yeah.
don't know what you mean.
So in the FNM, I sit back and I pick pieces out and you watch signs. You have to be careful of what you put on your stage and what you put in the public.
Yeah.
FNM has failing badly. Let me explain to you what a lady from Angliston or a lady from Marathon who nobody knows
Right.
bring to your rally? Absolute nothing.
Yeah.
Here's the F&M problems. Yeah, I think where their problems at. And they got to check it now. Why they're not using faces with familiar? Let me give you example. Johnson.
Yeah. Hubert Ingram.
No,
See.
not even Hubert Ingram. Let's stick with younger people.
Okay.
Um,
Younger people.
let's talk. The boy who running against Barker's role.
Hanfield.
Hanfield.
Hanfield. Okay.
Header. People,
Yeah. I have.
people in
Right.
politics or people that know these faces.
Know the faces. Yeah. And I
These
haven't seen
faces should
Heather.
be, yeah, these
And
faces
I
should be on stage. You bringing on people that nobody
people. Yeah.
knows.
Nobody know. Yeah.
So how you get traction? How
Right.
see as Wade Johnson? Um, you need to bring on people when they speak, they can influence other people to your party.
Right. Right. Yeah.
They have a history. You putting on somebody new. Let's go to the PLP. You put Sabas on stage. He's known.
He's known. Everybody knows the boss.
He
Everybody know
brings
him.
he brings not just
N-
Chippenham.
eh, eh,
He bring
Not chipping
grassroots
out.
from all
Grassroots.
East Street, Woodford.
Black,
You see what I mean? So he brings,
everywhere.
but by
Right.
him speaking on your
Right.
platform, he brings
Yeah.
and people listen. Not that
And
he have
people
the
can
money,
listen to that.
Not that he has the
Yes.
money. Is that he
Yes.
people looks at him as very intelligent, very smart,
And the people look
and
up
get
to
things
him
done.
in
You
general.
understand? So
Yeah. Right.
when
Yeah.
when the FNM have a rally, you cannot bring people that doesn't bring nothing to
That bring
your
nothing to the
rally.
table.
They cannot.
Yes. Yes.
They cannot.
Yes.
See,
I agree.
see, yeah. Take away all of that. Sabas bringing, he bringing. Yes, he bringing his money, but he also bringing organization. People know he's organized. People know he's a culture man. People know he get things done.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
you Joe Bet, she's arrogant. She's a fool.
Even though she's
But
very popular. Joe Bet is
but
popular.
there you go. But
Joe Bet is popular. People
she
like Joe Bet.
bring she
She
bring she
right.
brings something to the table. So you could have
Right.
her talk to your rally.
Right.
Dr.
But
Sands is
so I said
minding.
right.
Sorry, like I said, like it is. The FNM bringing Dr. Sands to their rally. He brings nothing to the party because people have a thing about him as he's arrogant. One, there
Hmm.
has a thing of it that he seems like he knows it all.
Hmm.
Secondly, he's not good on the ground, and he's
Well,
not.
he's
He's
a
not a.
familiar. He's one of the ones
He must a
that
million face, but every time, watch this, watch the road. See, this is how
but
you
they're the
look at it.
ones that they have to rely on.
Yeah, but
He's one of
watch
the
what
ones they have
happened.
to rely on.
But watch what happened with him. Every time he comes and on stage, people look at this and say this. He always, he's a Lincoln bean. He complains, he talk down and everything. He never say, we could do this. He never talks about his party could do. He talks about the hospital is the worst. The doctors are, this one you get. We need to know what are you gonna do to change this country.
But that's the problem with Bahamian politics right there.
Mm,
You only talking about your opponent. Okay, yeah, these ones lousy. Blah 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 blah. No, we want to hear what you're gonna do. We want to
exactly.
hear what you do. to improve
Mhm.
the Bahamas. We don't want to
But
hear about what the PLP do
yeah,
or the FN. We don't want to hear that.
but when you talk about brave, this we can go by the leaders now. When you talk about brave, everybody want to take picture with brave, and you wonder why. Why everybody want to take picture with this man? Because he has the common touch,
Yes, he
and he
does. Oh,
understands the common man.
listen, listen. I always just say I have never even
Mhm.
FNMs like Brave, because when he was here at the regatta, I mean, all the FNMs talking to Brave.
Right.
No, they ain't talking. They ain't talking to no Pintard. Pintard was at the regatta. They ain't
No.
talking. Nobody talking to Pintard. Everybody want to
Pentat.
talk to Brave. Everybody want to talk to Brave. Everybody going rushing to Brave. Brave, Brave, Brave. Pintard and all them other guys was there. Ain't nobody checking for them. And I say
And
to myself, you want to know why? Because Brave has a heart and he listens to people.
right.
No other Papa. Um, he wasn't like that. Perry was not like that, and Menace wasn't like that. So
Mhm.
Brave has the common. Brave has that charisma about him, where
Mhm.
people want to say something, and he cares and listens and has a conversation with everybody. That's Brave. And
Mhm.
so when people say stuff about Bob or Brave, I say, well, you have to be biased because what really you could disagree with his policies, but as a person, what could you really say about him? You
Mhm.
see what I'm saying?
Well, you could say he spent a lot of trips. You could say this. You could say that. But let's look at figures. Go back to figures. See, figures don't lie. When the FNM was in power, they spent a lot of money on trips. They spent a
Listen,
lot of money on the. Listen,
you
Marvin
you
James
and
Marvin James has never explained about the
no,
drones. Where the money
no.
gone? Nobody knows. So, what I say to people, stop pointing your finger one direction. Michael Pintard, let's talk about Michael Pintard now. Michael Pintard bring you power in words. Words. But the words he bring in don't give you no relief. Because
No,
90% things he's
no.
talking, 90% things he's talking is not relevant with the poor man. Let me give you what he said the other day. He said, I'm going to bring the national lottery. Okay. How much people believe that?
My thing with that
Let me
is
tell you why they don't believe it. Let me tell you why I don't believe it. Michael Pintard could say it. 90% of the FNM vote against it. 90% of the FNM don't want nothing to do with gambling because Sabas and those. So you could say something, but it didn't catch fire because they know you bull skating. See,
the thing.
when your words speak, you have to live by it. Your action follows it.
See, yeah, and well, my opinion on that is this, right? National lottery is a good idea.
It is.
That's a good. The thing is, though, is that when you present an idea like that, you have to go into detail on how it's structured,
Right.
how it's going to run, who is getting the money, how is it going to connect to government, et cetera, et cetera. You can't just say we can do a national lottery. Okay, how is the money going to be taken care? How is it going to transfer to different departments? How is this going to do this? Where's the structure and where's the detail?
But,
Okay, now
but
you
once
can't
he
just
throw it out
say,
there, he don't need no structure.
you see what I'm
That's
saying?
how
No,
that's how he
he's
think.
no, it's an idea to get people to be like, oh, I want that. So
Yes.
that's all that is. You're trying to get that last minute support, but you ain't putting in the work to be like, okay, let's make it. They have a manifesto, right? But most of those ideas, and I saw it, most of those ideas has already been done before.
Yeah.
The national lottery is maybe the only new thing they try to put in there, and that has to be something that has to be regulated. They have to make sure there's no fraud. They got to make sure that there's no hacking, no way it could be hacked, nothing. So, and they have to
But
make sure the money goes to where it's supposed to go.
well,
So
they
you
I
can't just say
guess
you can do a national lottery. You
I
see what I'm
guess he
saying?
have an
So
idea. I guess he must have a plan.
I don't know,
But
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 it seems like that was last minute thrown together.
but let me ask you a question. The people that was in this party a long time ago, who was in front, some of them still running, still around. I don't see
Well,
them crazy,
no,
ramen. I don't see them in the
I
front. You see, you
I
had
hear
see what you has see the party has to see you could shoot off your mouth, but if you don't have your network and your ground troops,
no.
it's like a beehive. The queen might run it,
There's
then the colony, but there's soldiers, there's workers. So in the F&M seems like they don't. There's only one role.
there's something going on in the FNM behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's
I have
called
not. You would have seen Papa already. You would have
the
seen him already.
leadership. Leadership,
You would have seen him on
it's a very
stage.
important thing. And if you don't have
Something
leadership in politics,
saying like,
you're gonna get crushed.
where is Brent Simonet? Where is Hubert Ingram? Where is all them old FNM? Tommy Turnquest. Where are they?
They there.
Peter Turnquest. See,
You know what they
they would have
said?
been on the stage. They
You
would have
know
been
what
on the
they said?
stage.
You
That's
know
what I'm
what they
saying.
said? You know what they said?
Well,
I sitting here, and if they want my advice, I will give it, but
exactly,
I'm not pushing myself. And I don't blame
exactly,
them because if you
exactly,
smart, you will go get them. Because if you smart,
exactly.
you get them at the forefront
They
because
they
they bring
they
culture,
right.
they bring
They bring
people,
exactly,
they
exactly.
bring the change. See, but
Um,
in our world today, the new norm, we talking, you old bugger, go sit down. Yeah, they finish. So the old people accept
if
that.
if you look at how the Democrats did their rallies, Kamala brought Obama. She brought Clinton, Bill Clinton. She brought Nancy Pelosi. She brought all them old Democrats to help her run, help her campaign. Right. So
Mhm.
you're not necessarily saying you're bringing back old people. What you're saying is you're using familiar faces to help endorse your party to get to that. Like you already throw minister to the wolves. You throw minister to the wolves.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
now what you're saying is that okay, we don't need these people no more. That's fine, but then you have to have a solid plan, or else Bahamas ain't ready to be on your run.
Mhm.
Now I'm looking at all the FNM rallies. I'm not seeing no excitement, no nothing. I ain't see no excitement. I ain't see nobody. I mean, it's not really a telltale sign of anything, but like I'm not seeing the enthusiasm
But
that the FNM
what,
usually has.
when you
So
when
I
you
don't
look
know.
when you look at the F&M on TV again, I'll go to their rally and look. I watch them all. They have all elites,
Hmm.
and they looking like to say, "Child, I don't." It's always like a smirk on their face, like where she come from. I been in 1960. Where they come from? Like they're weird people. They don't accept people too much because
Yeah.
you either got to be like them, walk like them, talk like them for them to accept it. And then you look again, there are more bright people and white people than anybody else.
Yep.
So they are now that's sending a signal to the masses of poor people. Oh, we have to sing like them to be a part of them. Oh, we pick our leader as intelligent and we don't want no grassroots, but we won't win. You cannot win without grassroots. You cannot win with all walks of life. You cannot win without young people. The PLP is taking all the young people. You cannot
The
win.
PLP.
Yeah.
Listen,
You cannot
young
win
people
without
go
men.
PLP.
You
Young
cannot win
people
without
go.
men. When you look at
Yes,
TV, I look at numbers. Who you see?
it's mostly
Old
women.
fat women. all women
So
at F&M
women.
rally. And
Yeah.
so that doesn't go well. See, watch the numbers, watch the road, and calculate. That's where you do politics. Politics doesn't work. Politics, young people want party at the rally.
Yeah.
I saw something at a rally, what I thought was weird. The PLP had a rally in the West End. It
Hmm.
was excitement. It was good. Everybody's having a good time. But I saw something that was weird. And then they played a song for Brave to come on. I don't know if you watched this. And the song was a gospel Christian song, a slow song. It changed the whole rally atmosphere.
Mm.
And so the rally went from the high, an instant, whap, it just dropped.
Right. Right. Right.
And his speech, even if it was good, it didn't resonate no longer because the people was on a high.
Okay. Yeah.
And you bring this song. See, you gotta parties has to watch what people say on stage. Parties have to watch the music they play. They watch what's going on, and you gotta be clear where you're going. Plan. Let me give you what I'm talking about. One time the PLP had a rally. I think the second time Hubert Ingram win. I think it was the second time. Maynard, Clement Maynard went on their stage, and he says, "All for me, baby." I'll never forget that.
Oh.
And that threw the whole election off.
Yeah.
The election, the PIP lost election. And let me give you another one. Perry Christie, after he won and going back and Fox, and he stick his finger up on stage.
Stick his finger up.
Yeah.
He
You
stick his
remember
finger
that?
up.
And he
Yep.
lost the election.
Yeah. He lost, and that was right after he right after he gone and put the gambling and do the
Right,
gambling stuff. That's what he can do
right.
when he
The
gone and
year
get
be,
people when they vote.
the year before that,
Yeah.
the year he won, let me tell you what happened.
Yeah.
They were losing the election.
Yeah.
He went and get Lady Penlin,
Yeah.
and she come on stage, and she started to talk about her husband and how would they do this to him, and how he's a good man, and how he did, and she motivate the crowd and motivate the people
Remember
and
that.
the audience,
I remember that. I
and
remember
they
that.
live
I
that
remember that.
story, and that story resonate.
Yeah. I remember
So
that.
F&M has to be careful when you putting these people on your stage. You got to
Yeah.
have a plan, and you got to strategically play it out. You cannot let any and everybody go on the stage, fight,
And if
fight, 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 like they're
you
losing their
you
mind.
you in Abaco and you got someone from Golden Gates on your stage,
Exactly.
why? Why?
But
Just
but but
have the
but
leader.
why you can have all them there, and you could have the two candidates from Abaco, and you could have the deputy leader,
The
the
deputy
leader,
leader, the leader, chairman, and
yeah,
that's that. You
and
don't
and
need to
and,
have everybody
and let them
talk.
have a long speech if they have to. You don't need all this.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
but
don't
you
need
could
all
call
that.
them up. You could call them up, and I believe you could have more celebration, get people
Yeah, yes, you
hype,
could have more celebration.
song
Hype. Yeah,
singing, and more hype, and that's
yes.
what the F&M is missing.
See, I don't know who is the strategist for FNM or who is the planner or the promoter, but they need to get fired. I'm sorry,
Bring
I
in,
don't. They need to get fired
bring in
for
this
what's.
girl, Emily is old. That's all.
Yes,
That's all. You can
yes,
see all these things. You have to look at. If you bring her early in the game, you don't bring her back. Why you got to bring her back to everything? So, and you have to bring younger. artists, younger
You have to
people.
bring
So
young
younger
people. You see
people,
the
yeah,
appeal with
it's a lot of young
Julian
people
Believe.
you can get about. Mhm.
A lot.
And so,
You have.
the FNM is shooting themselves in the foot
I
by
don't
the
know
minute.
what they do.
And I
I have
think
no.
what they're looking at is that they have too many old people trying to run young show. This we need the old people to be in the background. We need the young people to run the show.
I
And
I I and oh, this is another thing too. This is another thing too, right? The COI,
mhm.
the COI
Disappear, lady.
is
Don't
going to
talk
have.
politics.
She's gonna have more. They're gonna have more votes than last. That's another thing. That's the COI is going to take away votes from the opposition, right?
Mhm,
If there was no COI, all of the opposition votes would go to FNL. Now
mhm,
that you have the COI in there, you fighting against the COI too. So
mhm.
you ain't fighting just against the PLP.
Well,
You got
the
to think
C
along those lines.
and before we close, the COI. The reason I didn't talk about them because the only person you know about is Lincoln Bain. You don't know about anybody else. Only Lincoln Bain is speak. You everybody
That's
else get dominated. Only
everybody.
Lincoln Bain.
No, no,
He's from the
nobody.
promised land.
He is the only one
Talks.
speaking
Nobody else.
all.
You don't know. You don't know nobody else.
He's the only
Everybody
one speaking.
else.
Everybody,
But if
everybody.
they can win, if they think they're gonna win something, why they don't have a rally?
But the thing about it is, though, he actually might have a chance in Pinewood because I'm looking at the options in Pinewood. I don't know if I don't know about Miles Lerona winning, and Denari role. I don't know. I mean I don't know. He might have
Listen
a
to me.
chance in Pinewood.
I will say
Party,
this.
party politics.
I will say this. Lincoln Bain, if he get 500 votes, he get plenty. He ain't get that much. All them people you see behind him, right? When the day come and the money come, man gone. Money is a crazy thing. Money don't play.
Uh,
Money is a serious thing. See, because if I offer you a stove and a fridge and I need one, offer you a fridge, and you give me that fridge, I promise you, I get my fridge, I get it with you, and that's it. So when the money come, that's what's gonna happen. The money ain't come yet. The PLP got plenty money,
PFP got plenty money, son.
and money
Plenty money.
coming, and money coming.
That coming and that
Mm.
coming.
So Melody, I
Yeah,
hope we cover our show for the day.
yeah, y'all did well. I glad Junie endorsed my mum's the word. Junie
Oh,
said
she
I
said.
keep quiet too, Mel. She said she'd keep quiet as well. Yes, girl,
Oh,
you gotta be smart.
we might have some viewers of supporters of a party and watching.
Mm.
We
Huh?
might have
Yeah.
pissed
Yeah,
off. We
yeah,
might have
but
pissed them.
Well, we have couple more episodes. Kyle and Tony, they will keep you up to date on their perspective on what's happening around the islands.
yeah. The philosophy of being me is simply having love in my heart.
You get some calls today.
Well, like I say, if you got big balls, come on the show. If you have big balls,
Oh,
make it cool.
I would love a political debate on the show. I would love that.
Yeah. So you come
I
to
would
the
love
show.
that. Yeah.
Come to the show. If you think I wrong or I on the wrong track or whatever it is, and debate me. I assure you, I give a haircut and shave, and probably most likely give you the shave to carry with you, because that's what I do to you.
You so confident, eh?
Oh yeah. So soon directly, I have a white person to bring. Listen to the words. I'm not racist, but I'm telling you what they tell me. Say he white and he won't come on the show.
Oh shoot!
So so
He won't bring his perspective. Eh?
yeah, I don't mind. Why did white people It's not love in the Bahamas. He live in a different country. I tell him white people are love in the Bahamas. And in fact, Bahamian like white people more they like black. And that's a fact. See Melanie smart and she black, she like white people. See? See how quick she smile? So I'm gonna end my show today.
Kyle,
How
I
they
didn't
say?
say nothing. Abaco,
No.
Lutra, Long
I say,
Island.
I say, I love the white people, so I tell him come, come. If I don't
Mm.
throw paint on him, change him black when he come, then I finish with him. Tell him come. Anyway, folks,
Next
you got
week,
anything to say? We had a good run.
I enjoyed listening to you too.
Is under the tree
I
chat.
stay on politics. I
Is
have
under
my
the tree
Uh,
chat where we meet Mel and Tony every
Kyle.
Sunday 3 o'clock. I love this. I love the fact that Kyle, you still here. Mel, you still smiling, and God has given a good day.
Yep.
So I can say good day to that. Anything else you got to say, you say it, and I'm gone.
Kyle.
Next week,
no,
Mel and
that's it.
Tony, and Mel, Tony, and Kyle, where we meet under the tree. And Mom, next week I can sing for you. I know you right there in Twix Island listening to my show. I understand why a 100-year-old woman listen to my show. But she listened to my show. So I can sing for her next week, Melanie. So have a
Kyle,
good day.
get your singing voice together. All
All
Oh,
right,
right?
all right.
Yeah.
all right, Kyle. Kyle, you should have a song, man. You should do the singing.
Oh yeah.
You should have one song,
Okay.
you know?
Mm.
Yeah, you know, you could, yeah. So we could do that next week sometime, make them happy.
Yeah.
Not like a 100-year-old woman smiling. No one teeth. That's it. Have a good day. Have a good week. Kyle, Mel, and Tony. Very meet under the tree.